Dang, I forgot how much of a bop this soundtrack is. Ooh. Morning, chat. Welcome to Ace Attorney. Alright. I'm just gonna say this now. I have already played through all three of these games, and I had a blast with all of them. Except for one particular case in this one. Fuck that case. You know the one I'm talking about. Fuck that case. But yeah, we're doing playthroughs of the entire trilogy. Mostly because that's the only three I have access to right now. Alright, enough talk. Let's do this. The first turnabout. Here we go. The Thinker. He's here. Oh shit, I gotta come up with voices again. It's been too long since I did this. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make him look like he did it. Nah, I'm kidding. This guy's harmless and an idiot. Oh no, I have to voice women. I can't do women voices. Uh-oh. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Thank you, Chief Exposition. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Oh boy, this fucking guy. Okay, what's a good voice for Larry? He is the biggest screw up I know. Generic male voice number 4. Got it. I like the idea that I just have like a list of voices in my brain as if I am somehow capable of choosing which one comes out regularly. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, ah! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Mia, how long have you been at this? That very keen deductive work. Yeah. There he is. The greatest screwball of them all. Nick. Oh, shit. My badge. If you know, you know. What else we got here? Cindy's autopsy report, 4 p.m. to 5. That's right. Okay. Wait a minute. They gave you profiles in this game? Oh, that is not what you looked like earlier. Oh, sorry, Chad. We got an emergency. I'll be right back. Alright, chat, I'm back. Sorry about that. We had a freaking disaster this past weekend. Not even this past weekend. Thanksgiving, that's when it happened. But I'll spare you the details. Moving on. Cindy Stone, age 22. Yeah, you look very different. Wasn't your hair brown? I guess it's kind of brown. It looks more pinkish. Larry Butts, likable guy who's been my friend since grade school. Mia Fey, age 27. My boss and a very good defense attorney. Alright. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Real subtle, Phoenix. Newspapers say it was you. Jesus Christ, I forgot how stupid this man is. Oh wait, this is his thoughts, right. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Yeah, no kidding, it's the only one in the series I remember that lasts one day. A young woman was killed in her apartment. Oh yeah, I guess that's her. Yeah, okay, I see it. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Phoenix, someone is dead. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually... You've known him since you were babies? Wait. Hold on. How the fuck? You know what? Sure. We'll go with it. It's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Oh boy! Oh, my most and least favorite character at the same time. Okay, we need to think.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
Nah, that's a bit too much. Well, no, this guy's a freaking idiot. Might as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. So many new voices all at once. Okay, Winston Payne! I forgot about you! Yeah! Lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. Age 52! Honestly, I thought he was in his 40s. He's wearing it pretty well.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
He's just, like, slightly senile. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness, or your readiness. How do you spell the word Hockaspis?
Is that even a word?
Guilty!
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, knees weak, arms are heavy, eyesight fading, mom's spaghetti.
The test will consist of a few simple questions.
I don't think I like this voice. Also, it's probably going to wear me down. I have to start considering that.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely.
There we go. That's better.
Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Larry Butts. Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's Wayne. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. How the fuck did this man get through law school? Nick, are you good? You're leaking. Oh my god! Someone get him something to drink, he's gonna die! Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button and check it at any time. Remember to check it often. Do it for me. Please, I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Cindy Cinderblock. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was
hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor, because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. God, I forgot how good... Wait a minute. That's not his teeth. What the Yeah, you can see his mouth has slightly different shading when it's just his teeth. Wait, what? Why is there just like a white... Show us your teeth, Phoenix. Open. This is because you don't floss. Your teeth temporarily fuse into like this one blob of white.
Well then, there's a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Could you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I fucking love Winston Payne. God, what a name. Like, his parents probably didn't even realize that, because it's, like, just subtle enough.
I see. Court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently. How'd you make that sound with your mouth?
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Oh no, people are gonna realize I only have like 3 voices. These guys sound the same, just at different pitches. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Look at his freaking smug little face. Like, yeah? Now you looking at me? Now?
Mr. Butts, is it not true?
Wait. Fuck, I've lost it.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? God, the portraits are great. I love them. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. Does he have like a nervous twitch? Yeah, look at the side of his mouth. God, his mouth is huge. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally... Fuck. Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
Not sure if I like the voice for this guy either.
She had just returned from...
No. We'll stick with it. I'm gonna reuse it later though. Because there's a character that fits that voice much better.
What do you mean, one of them?
Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Why does this sound slightly like Bane?
Dude, no way.
The victim was a model.
Fuck. I keep losing voices. I'm rusty, okay?
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men gave her money in gifts.
Well, he was like 1 year older. That feels less like a sugar daddy and more like a proper relationship, you know what I mean?
She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Bruh, I'm sorry. Are we just allowed to shit-talk the dead whenever?
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... yeah, we don't want him to say this. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Great. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Lies just cause more problems. Also, lying is just perjury, which is another crime. Well, apparently not in freaking Ace Attorney. I know. I'll send him a signal. The good old slap chin point. Yes, famous code words. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Freaking dumbass to dumbass connection.
Order. Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. It's like I didn't see her. Yeah, that's the voice I need to aim for. Like, one notch below Toad.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Ooh, I like it. We'll roll with it.
Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Yeah, this feels much better.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling...
How did this turn back into the old man's voice?
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
God damn it. I forgot how amazing and awful some of these names are. I should have known when I saw Winston Payne. Oh, dear Lord.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Definitely not murder charges. I don't sell those, not at all. I definitely didn't sell a lifetime subscription to Death Row to one Mr. Larry Butts. Frank Sawit, dealer of death.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Oh my, sure, definitely didn't kill anyone. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Definitely not me, catching myself looking devilishly handsome in the mirror. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor.
However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Thank goodness this guy's only around for one case. I can't wait to get Edgeworth. Damn, that's going to be fun. Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. A cross-examination. That thing you probably learned within the first month of law school. Right? Meanwhile, Phoenix is just, like, passed out from sweating too much. Dunk. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. You just pull, like, skincare cream out of the court record. Sorry, I can't help but notice you got something in the middle of your head there. I think it's actually a mole, right? Yeah, that's a mole. Or just a really weird version of a unibrow. That's actually funnier. I like that. Okay. Open the court record with the R button, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Yeah, I've already played through all of these, so I do know more or less what to do. I may forget some small, like, hiccups along the way. But I should have a general gist of what's going on. We're mostly just here to do voices and make jokes. It's the last one. No, it's not. It's this one.
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts this autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Shit!
Oh, that,
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? See, that's a really good question. Oh my fucking god, he's gonna get me. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? Yeah, totally just gonna let this happen. I'm done questioning logic in Ace Attorney games. Wait a fucking minute. Look at the scales above the judge. Doesn't it look like a nose with 2 low eyes and a pair of lips just kissing the top of his head? Mwah. Oh man, that's funny. I need to stop saying that. I don't need to tell you guys what's funny. I think I already read that. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I have a second chance. Please. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. It was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding. Oh, thank God. Like, wipes the sweat off his head and nearly knocks the toupee off. Like, shit! I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right! You know what to do. I've got this one. Man, 4 years of law for basically just unraveling logic that a kid could figure out. He's been watching a video or a tape program. Oh, we already have pressing. Yeah, I'm surprised, because the profiles I don't remember being in the game until the second game. Oh! They let you see them, but they don't let you present them as evidence because they weren't a thing! Smart! Blackout. Objection! Yeah, whenever the music cuts out, you know you got it right. Hold it right there! The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Fuck. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! Did his hair just jump? The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait! I remember now! Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And I will be harming you with this hammer if you keep fucking lying to me. God, I wish the judge had that much balls. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. I tried to make a joke about his name, but I couldn't put together the words. There was a table clock and... Wait. Oh, fuck. No. Stay in my brain. Hold on to the voices. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Are you fucking stupid? That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense... Oh, fuck. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Yeah. Murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Hit him with the thinker! Objection! Oh boy. Half an hour in, and I am already dying. One sec. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot to mute again. I need to set up, like, a hotkey for that. Sometimes, like, my mouse just double clicks, and it will, like, I'll try to mute something, but it'll unmute it immediately after. It's so weird. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Wah! You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Bay? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. Just tilt it, and it sends the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I've submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. The murder weapon was a table clock, after all. Well, Mr. Wright, yes, the witness's testimony is correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes, how the ding-dang heck could you even tell?
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. I like to think that Phoenix never went to law school. He is literally running off only what Mia has just told him. It's like, okay, contradictions are everything. I just have to tell everyone about every contradiction. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Literally no clue about anything else. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. I forgot how good this music is, too. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid, fuck. Mr. Solid, the sound has left quite an impression on you. Understandably, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning? Cut me some slack. I'm still working on this.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard, no, I mean, I saw.
Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death!
Mr. Saw, you doing alright? Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor?
Fuck. I'm not good at switching between them quickly.
Yet.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. The fact is as clear as which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, you tell me what time it is now.
It's 11:25.
Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one.
Ha! You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
You forgot one thing, fucker. I am absolutely innocent. I totally sound like it. While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Oh yeah? How do you know it was on time that day? You're asking me to prove a negative, you cuck. Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness, although he is shifty as fuck.
I'm sorry. The kissing scales are just messing with me so hard. Fuck. Good work, Judge.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness.
I need to stop just like breaking in the middle of dialogue, otherwise I'm gonna forget every single time that I just read it.
This means I can't.
I'm kidding. I remember that time.
Unfortunately, this ends cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
Yeah, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer. Chief, listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Do you think the reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves that a clock was running slow. It's the passport.
Take that!
I wish I had something like to slam in conjunction with them. Did the mic pick that up? Barely. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Yes, we all know that off the top of our heads. I have no fucking clue. I could not tell you. I barely know my own time zone. That is one thing I will never be able to wrap my head around. It's 4 p.m. here. It's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead. Oh, fuck. My brain buffered on that. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? A woman is still dead. Yeah. Down he goes. Order, I say.
Well, the case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I mean, look at the size of your shoulders, boy. Dear Lord, did you play college ball?
Like, seriously, Phoenix looks so much bigger than he should. You know what I mean? Also, why does he just slightly look like a frog? Look at his fucking face.
I don't think I've ever seen someone complete an offense so quickly. Find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
I forgot about the confetti. What? Who? Where does that come from? Do they do this every time?
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Good work today, Judgy. Mwah. Oh, that's gonna mess with me for the rest of this playthrough. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. Never seen the Chief looking this happy. She's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Ah, yes, the picture of positivity. God, look at his eyes. Larry has just consumed the void that is in his soul, and it's now shown in his eyeballs. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Ah, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. God, the protagonists in Ace Attorney games are just the definition of himbo. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Oh no, not Harry Butts. Larry's evil twin brother. Harry? That could easily be a plot twist in a future Ace Attorney game. I don't doubt it in the slightest. Harry? Yes, you. You can practically see the headline now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Yeah, this man's a fucking simp. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, was this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. Oh. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Yeah. I forget that Larry's actually shockingly talented. Like, look at this. Not Mia. What? He's capable of making something right? Look at this fucking guy. Like, oh dear God. How did we mess up this bad? We let the killer tell us who the killer was. I mean, look at that. That's some pretty solid construction. Also, how the heck did you make it say the time? The game's from like 2002, isn't it? I think. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I'm so into that shit. And she was just playing me for a fool. Oh, that makes you want to just cry. Larry. Are you so sure? Hey, squeeze me. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Then you have something to show your friend. Something that proves how she felt about him. Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? There you go. Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Oh, what about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. Think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, think of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Oh man, I hope you understand the literal crux of all basic law. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you're saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? One sec, let me get some more water. Oh wait, hold on, let's finish the case first. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pass, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Okay, drink time. A brand new episode has been added. Nice. Well, that's it for this stream. Nah, I want to try and get the second one done on this stream. Who knows? Maybe we'll have time to try the third one. But I'll try not to push my luck too hard. It helps that I already know the answer to, like, everything. So I don't really have to look around. I also, like, watched a playthrough recently, so I kind of have a grasp on what I'm... Excuse me? I kind of have a grasp on what I'm trying to do. Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Let's go. Bring, bring. Oh, God, I actually have to come up with a voice for Maya. God, I can't... I am nowhere near competent enough to be doing this. Hello? I don't know. She's, like, kind of goofy. What if I just tried to give her the goofy voice? Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Maya, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Nah, I can't keep that going for too long.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been?
Ah! Ow! How did I do that?
I raised my hand just to, like, reposition, and I accidentally punched the side of my headphone.
Ah!
Oh. Alright, back to it.
Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place.
That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask.
I know. You want me to hold evidence for you?
Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here.
I gotcha. So what is it this time?
It's a clock.
A clock?
Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys.
Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis.
Now, you know I'm only teasing.
I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead.
Papers? Is that the evidence then?
Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. You come by the office tonight, say 9 to pick it up. I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then.
Okay, sis. I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger.
Okay. We'll hit the usual joint.
Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon.
Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law offices. Oh, this fucking guy. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Look at this JoJo's ass guy. Red, white, blue. America. This country fucking sucks. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law offices, so about 40 minutes after the murder. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Mia! Maybe she's in her office.
Oh.
Oh, I smell blood. I can't be good. That can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. That smell. Blood.
Sis.
Someone's there. Oh, God. Poor Maya. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. I thought he was going to say I left her lying on the floor for what she'd done. Her body was still warm. Really? After almost an hour? I find it hard to believe. Objection! I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Hello. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. It seemed to be the remains of a glass light stand. Curious. It's crusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Mia? Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but there are any clues here. She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. It's like a statue, it's actually a clock made by Larry Butts. Some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. Could be. Oh, hello. Words written in blood on this scrap of paper. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store. Dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'll call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Can I, by any chance? No, I can't examine. This ain't the greatest attorney. Who's here? How about this? Perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. It's been big on stuff the clients use to keep your own stuff simple. Smart. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. Not all she would use this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Right, I better call the police. It's funny, the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Wait, but... Oh, I guess you can see her legs. Why did she only call now? Nah, I'm just kidding. I know what happens. But really, like... You know what? I'll keep my mouth shut. Because someone watching this might not know what happens. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. There she is. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Yipes. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya. Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? Maybe don't! I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Hey, so this was on your sister's corpse covered in blood? What do you think about it? Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her blood. That's fucking grotesque. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Excuse me. Uh-oh. Now I've done it. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. It's the boy! Okay. I gotta give him a good voice. I need to do this right.
Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see?
Gumshoe? Good odd name. I fucking love him. Is it true that he hasn't shown up in, like, in the more recent games with Apollo? That sucks.
We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder.
It must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not...
Case closed. You're going down to the precinct, ma'am.
What? Like I said, pure himbo energy.
We love him.
He's just an idiot. Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy. Knees weak. I can't keep making that joke. But I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center. Visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Here she is. Oh! It's you! The lawyer! Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It is her decision. It's literally how this works. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. To me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. Wow. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Wow. That's what she said! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. I think of the person who did this to Mia. I know. So, Maya, huh? There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Spirit medium? So you're an acolyte. A, medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a sec. You said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait! What? So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes! In training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? You can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Yeah, and traumatic for reasons not yet discussed. Ava cried. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the finger. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in the case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Tell me more. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. The conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Wait, what? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Except. Sure, why not? I'll go ask him. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Wait. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry. I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. That's kind of fucked. This poor girl. Like, she's a little bit lacking in her own character, but I do have a huge amount of sympathy for Maya. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murder by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then, I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Alright. Fameco Law Offices. Actually, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, chat. To Fan Co. Law offices. Let's do this. Offices. I need to learn to enunciate properly. The office is filled with police officers. Oh boy, that's a fucking tongue twister to start trying to do that on. They're all busily searching for clues.
Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Detective Gumtree. Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. Now, don't go calling me Dick.
Hey, Dick, get over here.
Yes, sir. But be right there.
This poor guy.
You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
Whew. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Can I, like... Ooh. Leah's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one can ever remember.
Quarterline Stricter, pal.
Who's that? An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Alright. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
Huh? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all.
Why not? Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Simple blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous. About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win.
Why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth.
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
I like this, like, he feels very old school. Like, old school. What is that accent?
Right, pal? Hey,
I think it's New York. It might be Brooklyn. Or Boston. I genuinely don't know. I just know that it's fun to do and it feels right. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
Of course I do. Saying nothing. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that? I have that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter?
Oh, frick, I did the voice wrong.
I'll make it up.
Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Oh god, what is happening to my voice?
It's spreading.
You see, pal, I use this little straw on the back of my head. This little straw on the back of my head to suck out people's brains and slowly turn them into myself. That way I can live forever.
Okay, I think that's supposed to be like a pencil, but it's going the totally wrong direction. It's not even like wedged into his ear. It's just there. Also, what happened to your chin? Oh, he probably cut himself shaving. Oh no, it's just, you know, detective.
Nope, I know nothing, pal. That's why I suck out other people's brains. I slowly amass their knowledge and gain a small amount of intelligence. Unfortunately, because I exist in the world of Ace Attorney, where everyone's a fucking idiot, I'm only getting stupider. It's a vicious cycle, pal, let me tell you that.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. Phoenix... How old? She's 17, dude. Like, that's just kind of gross, man. God, look at how old school that phone is. Oh, that takes me back. I used to have, like, a junky phone like this, too.
You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory.
Impressive. You're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there, after all.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Nice.
Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation.
Guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, Trout?
Yes. Thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influence in the witness with your loyally ways, pal.
Oh, but the prosecution gets to doll him up every single time. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So, you sent her home already, then?
You're trying your loyalty tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Oh, God. Do we have to? Let's head to the Grossberg law offices first. Oh. I remember that painting. It's actually very nice. Look at that. Look at the detail. Well, I mean, he doesn't have eyes, but the shadow work is very good. And the shine, and the light. Wow. That is a very nice painting. Motherfucker, he's here! How did he get here? Welcome to Grossberg Law Offices. We operate entirely off of eggs. Egg. That's got to be a coincidence, but like, damn. Also, what the fuck is that? Like, it looks like it would be a globe, but there's nothing but ground. It's just like a big green ball. Weird. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Anything interesting? What's this? A table of clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose.
I'm sure the prize is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter.
They're really not letting me do anything else. Okay, fine. At least let me take a drink in preparation for this. Alright. September 6th. Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Oh, God. Alright, what voice are we giving her? I don't like her. She's obnoxious. What if I just, like... What if I just give her, like, a 6-pack-a-day smoker voice? Sorry, I forgot to fix my mic.
Well, hello there, handsome.
I like that way more. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said,
Don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
tee. Also, I remember seeing that straw on the back of his neck, and everything went black. I don't remember much after that. But I do remember being able to do a pretty decent impression of him afterwards.
That voice takes a lot of breath, but I'd much prefer that than giving her any decent voice. Note to self, thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Yeah, you have no idea. Hello? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. What's inside? Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy.
Yeah, this is the perfect voice to give her. I love this. This is way more enjoyable.
You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Hello. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. It's the Thaco Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Anything else sneaky? Bed. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Okay, let's talk. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observed incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a vocabulary. Yeah.
See, this is perfect, because it makes her exactly as gross as she actually is. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you can tell me about it. Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here.
Tee, you know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, it's the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Please? Please don't kill me.
Well, no. Tee, you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh, boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh, boy. What is this pose? I despise you. Okay. Oh! Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Here he is.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
Huh? That patch on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Huh? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
I like this voice. This is a good one. Reminds me of Sahad from East 8, which you should absolutely check out on the VOD channel, because that is one of the most underrated games of all time. I fucking love that game. And that was the first time I tried doing voice acting in a playthrough, too. God. I'm no professional, but I can have fun.
What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on day's notice. Oh, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
I love his freaking... Wait a minute. I'll check in a little bit when the music comes back, but I think his mustache is moving to the rhythm of the music. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Yeah, no, it's moving independently. Still, though. Let's talk. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see.
The client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. Go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now, I have nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
Could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. Why is this just Richard Nixon from Futurama? She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting. It's very nice.
Aha, you notice. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the...
Straw Hat. God, the One Piece fan in me triggers every time I see those two words next to each other. Mugiwara!
Worth at least $3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale. I'm not
Lying. Jeez. Okay. What about... Nope. Okay, nothing here. Maya! That guy's a dick. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Hiya. Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Yeah, no, he was a freaking beefcake. Guy was huge. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Oh. I see. I've been abandoned then. This poor fucking kid. Like, I agree. Beyond this, her character really just sort of devolves into nothing. But nothing but the word hamburger. But right here, and in like a few key cases with her later on down the line, she's good. She's good. She's genuine and sincere. This is my daughter. I will defend her with my life. You cannot stop me. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes. I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who is this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Defend her. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. You're my daughter. I can't abandon my daughter. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Baby Nick! I don't know what it is. I get so attached to characters so easily. Like, even with Team Star and, like, Scarlet and Violet, they weren't that well written, but I cherish all of them, even though I can barely remember their names. There was Atticus, there was Mela, Giacomo, Ortega, and Eric. And Penny. Yeah, I remember them all. I don't forget my children's names. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Moving on. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Aw, stop it. Stop getting to my heart. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right. Thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? So when I tried to look into the drawer, she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Alright. Oh, hello. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are...
Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities?
If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Yeah, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh my god. Red White of Blue Corp. What, is Bellboy just his name? Perhaps? Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? Phoenix, you just heard it. Why do you have to flash back to that? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Okay, let's just snoop through the tool drawer. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. That's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Alright. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman... Phoenix? Phoenix! Wait, I mean... You know what I mean. Oh, Bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court! To be continued. We might actually get the second case done today. It's a bit of a long one, but we seem to be making great time. Ah! What'd I do? Oh, God. Oh, I just minimized it. I thought I closed the stream. Oh, my heart stopped. Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. Let's go. Oh, that's the time of day. I thought that was how long I'd been playing. And I'm going to save a second save file, because, I've learned the hard way that you can accidentally softlock yourself if you're not careful. There's one spot in particular that I very badly screwed myself on. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
Oh, there he is, the edgelord. Okay. We need to do him well. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. God, I wish.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. Oh, shit. I need to stop using plastic bottles.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, pal! It's me, Detective Gumshoe.
I love Gumshoe, because every time he shows up, it feels like it's a setup in a sitcom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I introduce Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, Gumshoe! Like, he's like the fan-favorite character, even though he's not technically the star. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain.
I'm not a fan of how I did Edgeworth's voice. We'll come up with a better one.
The body was found by this window here. And
the cause of death.
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of a thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Oh, they don't know that it's a clock. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Sorry, this is going to be messing with my throat a lot. That's why I'm only doing it 2 days a week. And even then, only because it's a very story-heavy game.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mrs. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say?
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Who needs a soundboard when I have my own face? Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Maya Fey's arrest.
Soon.
Oh, right. Give me more info. Who did you say you got a call from?
Hurry, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, the rest. I'm not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found at the scene were. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell us more, Gumshoe. Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. Your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yeah, there's no punishment.
I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey.
Did you now? Why's that? What's your reason?
Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 sec.
Oh, fuck. It's spreading. Oh, God. He got me in the back of the neck.
Yeah? What's the matter, pal? You feeling dizzy? Feeling more and more like me? If I heard correctly. You said you arrested her because you had...
No, get out of my head. You said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it.
You did say it. You said it. Fuck. Oh, God. We can't control it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Not anymore after I suck all the brain color out of her. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess Preston can have its advantages.
Yes.
Gah!
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hopefully, while I'm still alive, I could keel over at any second, and there'd be nothing to stop me.
After securing the suspect, I imagined the scene of the crime. I pretended that I was the killer. I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright, press. This is where the game starts getting fuzzy. Find any evidence?
Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, excuse me.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants?
Who? The killer. I did. The killer. Anyone can see that.
Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha! I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
On it, the word Maya.
Oh, yeah. We press first. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident. This might not be good.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's.
Oh, wait. What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood. The, hermogoblins, hermogoblin. I've been sucking too many brains lately. My own one's getting overloaded. I believe it's called a stroke. Detective Goose Dumbshoe is, having a stroke.
Is that too far? I'm sorry.
I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah?
I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you.
Oh.
That was a mess.
Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try. There ain't never gonna be a time where we mix up the right and left hands in an Ace Attorney case. That's totally not a recurrent theme.
Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
More info. Detective Gumshoe. You get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective. Yeah, it's a video game. Let's talk about reality, shall we? What about you, player? Have you ever seen someone be murdered and then write the killer's name before they die?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Well, you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister.
Oh, yeah, actually, you got a point now.
Stop right there. Look at my finger. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
Order! Order!
That didn't go so well.
That's right. What he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction there somewhere. Here we go. It's this one with this one.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You said that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of your lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective. You stupid fuck. Look at his cocky face. Wait, do you get to... Oh, when he blinked for a second, I thought I saw like an eyelash or something behind his nose. That would have been an amazing detail. Let's look closer. Nah, nothing.
But backwards, you say? You'll be seeing backwards once I'm done slurping your brains.
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately!
Brian, no butting your...
Oh, fuck. It's still spreading. No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder, just yesterday. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. There was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham. The detective. I'm a sham? Sure. Detective Gumshoe. Was I a fool to trust you in your report?
Huh? Me? I wasn't. Huh?
Detective Gumshoe.
Hello?
I'm disappointed in you handing the wrong report like that.
Huh? I'm sorry, sir.
You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
What?
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. Sorry, I need a good smooch on the head to warm up.
Ah, that's better. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh, great, it's the smoker's lung. Now I gotta drink more water. 1 sec. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service, wink wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Ah, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room, tea. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy. You thought it was April May, but it's actually me, Beetlejuice. I'm controlling Lydia like a fucking puppet.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm out of water. Chat, I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see how long I can keep this up for. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. You mean accusing people of perjury when they're lying on the witness stand? Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Of course I am! I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. I lose the old guy voice very quickly. Alright, let's start pressing.
Hold it!
Why'd you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why'd you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
That's it? You can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know... I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. You should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. See how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah! Stop him! The poor girl!
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Let's cover up this plot hole. Ooh.
I saw a woman with long hair being...
Oh, right. This is stuff we've already read, and I'm trying to save my voice. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing. And the person attacking her? There we go. Oh, the bar went away. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There's only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright! Mr. Owl! What is the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Excuse me? Fucking scathing fashion statement from Mr. I have one blue suit that I wear every single day. While biking to work, by the way. I know you do that. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis. Oh, yeah. Okay, like the giant jewels on her hair and the sigil. Okay, that's actually kind of fair. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Hey! You leave her alone. I mean, yes, she looks ridiculous, but also stop it. She has no choice. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Ah! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May. The court... I'm losing this voice fast. Hold on. I need the warm-up kiss.
The court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
Why does that work? The judge just like baps the back of his head against the wall behind him. Maybe that's why he's an idiot.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
It's gone again. What?
Damn, I almost had her.
Witness's account.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee.
Oh, you just dug your own grave, bitch. You've dug your own grug. That's a stupid reference, I'm sorry.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Okay, do we need to do the flavor text now? I know what to do. Okay. I skipped it by accident. Present.
Objection!
Miss May. What you said just now was quite revealing. Dear God, Phoenix. Don't instigate her shit. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Order! Order!
Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm still messed up from the brain suck that Gumshoe gave me. What happens now is you answer my question. How'd you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Nuh-uh, bitch. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable the clock in question rang. It's empty. Or not broken, it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly...
Just take a look. Right now.
Oh,
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
it is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat! That really is just Beetlejuice, isn't it? I love it. What do you think of this? You like it? Well, Miss May? You stupid fuck. He even did the... Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. You're mine, Mr. Wright, Phoenix. You know it. There is such tension between these two. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, you must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true.
That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove that the clockwork was removed?
Impossible, of course. I have proof, you stupid bitch. His smarmy ass face kills me every time. I don't think he can do that. Well, Mr. Smarty Pants. It helps that he has his hands on his hips. God, his fucking chest is giant. This man is ripped. I have proof. What? Nani? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. As if this is the only time that applies. Here we go.
Take that!
Gotcha! Take a look at this! That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! Order!
Oh, God. Look at his face. Oh my God, his eyes are twitching. I never noticed that before. Dude, look at that. That's cool. My God, he looks like he just got punched in the stomach and the junk at the same time.
The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Huh. God, he's so fucking stuck up. I love it.
Good detective better remember he's up for an evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big foe.
Don't worry, pal. I'll have all your brains by the end of next month.
Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at our hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
So the witness had seen it before.
That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Haha! You stupid bitch! The witness claims she has seen it before. With her eyes, and recalls it with her brain. We have proof that Detective Gumshoe has immediately removed any section of that memory.
Oh, shit, I really gumped up this case, pal. Wow.
Oh, man. I love the idea of Gumshoe being like a brain-sucking maniac who is the star of a sitcom.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I was busy sucking brains again.
It's just like his catchphrase. Oh, I fucking love it. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Made by Larry Butts.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
Got him!
Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh, dude, you are asking to be murdered. There are so many people gunning for Phoenix's head. He didn't just take them down, he took them down with style and sass. You have so many enemies, man. How have you not been the target of a murder? How is Maya at the center of this shit all the time? Oh. Jeez, she looks feral.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. She's like, trying not to lose it.
Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There was no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
It's here!
Have a look at this.
That? Oh, I'm so fucked.
I found this in Miss May's room with no police to possibly verify it.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled.
I might have to, change it to something a bit more memorable. Because I'm forgetting. It's such, a simple bass voice that I lose it very quickly. I might have to go with the higher one.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. This defense truly claims the witness was tapping her phone. Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is this cell phone. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
I'm gonna have a new best friend!
I love the Beetlejuice voice. It's so fun. It's hard to do, and it hurts, but it's good. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's no fair! All of you ganging up on me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question! Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant? God, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, we're tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove?
I still don't like this voice, though.
Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. It appears that some of the brain juice that Gumshoe's absorbed has been transferred between us. I can now read your mind, bitch. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. And of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 that night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. I need water. Alright, we're back. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy, wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
So where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk it quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of the guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Give up. No, I accept it. Alright, I got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. You fell right into my trap. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Court, bitch! Uh-oh. Wait. I'm definitely not evil. I'm fine. Just struggling a bit. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I know that was not in voice, but, I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Why, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I've received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Tea?
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe that I received a call at 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see.
The defense may begin its cross-examination. I sound like Master Roshi now. I really don't like this voice. I might just return to the old, steady old man.
Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder somehow, Maya will be finished. Let's see. More time, I'll press him until he spills the beans or his tea. I think you gotta press the last one to trigger it. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Oh, God. Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasse, sir. Embrasse? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. I get so little action with this job. I haven't seen anything in my life. The fact that her dress only goes down to her kneecaps is a fucking boggling sight for me. I am losing my shit. I don't know why I'm devolving back to the Beetlejuice voice. I'm struggling to breathe. I'm fine. It sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. That's the last one, so I think I gotta press all of them. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds, I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. You always so prim.
Mr. Wright, you refrain from asking frivolous questions.
Oh, I only did 2. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious.
I can't decide on your voice.
It was a bit tedious.
There we go, that's better.
The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Protest! Wait! Please wait!
Yes? Does the defense have something new to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright, Mr. Fuck!
Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay, that's really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? The room service. Tell me again about, room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skip on the ice, sir. Hello! What did he say? What did you say? Rather. Quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
I object! That was, dumb fuck. Objectionable!
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed, it was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Edgeworth, you bitch! He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, so... You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then you brought them room service. You didn't see the man in that room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oh, I've been punched in the junk. I call for a recess, Your Honor. I need to recover. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late. I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oh! Oh, my balls. God, just look at him. The quivering eyes absolutely sells it. I wish that was more visible. Dang. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough.
The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned.
I still need to figure out a decent voice for that judge. I might actually end the stream early. This is getting to me. And I need to have enough energy for tomorrow, too. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. You bitch. Traitor. Also, what's the painting back there? I never noticed. I guess it's just a bridge. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. You think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. Okay, Miss May is easily the most difficult voice to do, so I think we're going to press through and try and get her out of here. Like, finish dealing with her. And we'll see how it goes from there. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added to the court record. The victim dodged the attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigation. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Sure. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Well, hello. I'm back! I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask. Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. Look at his face. I just couldn't care less, dude. Like, A for effort, but this bitch is nothing compared to the other shit I've seen. So, what is it you wish to ask of me then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Let's talk. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why'd you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold. So criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school? Nope, didn't pick up shit from there, apparently. Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it! Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer! Bottom? I can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? I'm pretty sure it's you. Okay, moving on. I think it's Grossberg? Whoa! Hello. No, the painting's gone! September 7th, Grossberg Law Offices. Huh. Looks like Grossberg is out today again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? Hello, ugly. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Oh, I didn't choose the picture. What's this? Old photos. There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 is Incident Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I think it's B that we want. Why would Grossberg have a picture of this man? This might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. I'm just borrowing it. I'll return it later. I haven't committed a crime yet. Okay. Let's try the hotel. Oh, wait, yeah, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself. Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewaters rep, as they say. Huh? Rep? Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir. Whoa, Miss May has been charged with murder. I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee. Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream? So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you. You know this guy? No, not... not the badge. Oh wait, isn't this like a meme? I'm sorry, all I could think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence. Okay. Actual picture. Take a look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. That's him, detective. I'm the lawyer. Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is. No, I don't. Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit? Affidavit? Affidavit. We'll go with affidavit. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him? An affidavit. This guy is way too excited about this. Sure. Well, sure. Why not? Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Describes the man who stayed with Miss May at the hotel on the night of the murder. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. I'll be right back. One sec. I know this is the third time this stream, but I'm doing my best here. I'm chugging water like a fish. We're back. Alright. And I think that's actually all we need from him. What's up, bitch?
You again. Can't you take a hint and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, so it's my fault now. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. No! It looks so good! Have a look at this. Look, I said several times, I'm not telling you.
Where did you...
Aha! A reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? Who? When? Why?
It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder.
No, that's not right.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have proof that was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof.
I'm so close. The bellboy's affidavit. Did you have a look at this? What's that? The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
What?
Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Ooh, fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes! Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive. Why are you pumping your fists in the air? God, Phoenix is an asshole. But I love him. We love him. He's an asshole to awful people, and that's acceptable. Now, tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White, president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp.
Red White? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
Whoa. It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. Next, I think... Ooh, what about the logs? Have we checked there? September 7th. Looks like forensics is taking... Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. Thank goodness he's gone. I don't have to worry about my brain being sucked. Guess again, pal. No! Detective Gumshoe! I doubt there are any valuable clues left. I suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. All the cases the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. You sure about that, Nick? Tricky Nicky? I am never saying that again. That felt wrong. That felt incorrect. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer? Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat.
Aha! You again!
Hello, Mr. Grossprig.
Well, you were quite the thing, my boy.
I'm trying to remember what voice I gave him. It was something like chunky and beefy.
The trial.
He was there?
Reminded me of myself when I was a youth.
I guess something got passed down through Mia. Maybe?
Brings back good memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I apologize.
Oh, no, wait, that's it. That's more like it.
It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I
appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you give me some information. You know this guy, right? Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph.
Where did you get that? Give it back at once.
I'm sorry to have taken it without your knowledge, but I have to know. Who is this man? He was most likely in April May's room the night of the murder.
What's that you say? Are you quite sure, my boy?
What has him so flustered, I wondered?
I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. I need to be alone.
He's fallen silent as a stone, a rather large stone. I guess I should return that photo. Well. Well. Oh, there's the painting. Hello. What the f... Is that... This motherfucker's taking my image. He's got his own atlas. How dare you? What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the... Your name! What's your name? Man? Alexander Hamilton! Your name is Alexander Hamilton. Dear Lord, is that a brooch that's literally just a diamond? And I can't tell if those are rings or gold-plated brass knuckles. Weird. God, his teeth are sparkly. Your name! What's your name? And here we are back again, me repeating stuff I've already read. I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Oh! She did say she likes a man with a big vocabulary. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I have intimidated you with my gigantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake! Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. Oh dear Lord. Is that... No, that's a foot in the back. That is a foot for the one in the background. Dear Lord. Oh, that gave me a heart attack. Oh, man. Oh, it really doesn't look good, though, does it? I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk. My, this is quite the thing. It is modeled on my body, see? Well, does its sleek roundture not inspire you? Okay, back to something else. Back to literally anything else. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done. She has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed. She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. Well, at least not on paper. I definitely didn't pay her to do it. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand, although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May. The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. Excuse me? I am absolutely, positively innocent. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. Oh dear lord, it's Mark Zuckerberg. We are a company of the future. You might say we are the future. We have just begun developing this fantabulistic device we refer to as the metaverse. It will surely be the biggest thing to top the charts. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I, Red, White, and Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. It is most certainly not my favorite color. I much prefer pink. Thus why I was hanging out with Miss White, with Miss May. I intended for her to be Miss White, but things happen. I also tried to dye my hair pink, but because it was originally black, it turned out purple, so here I am. Fantabulistic, is it not? That painting. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh, just yesterday, actually. Your point being? My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. No, I'm not saying that you're right. I'm saying that my name is Wright. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Uh-huh. A lawyer? No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger. What? Oh! Oh! He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty. What? Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding. At least this guy is honest about being exposition. So you say. And I wonder, is that kind of control really possible? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume. Mr. Grossberg's, yes. You must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he'll explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss.
Okay, asshole.
Grossberg, your boyfriend's a dick. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat?
Jumping Jehoshaphat! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. So, tell me more about the asshole. So I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Run out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... that big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there's a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? One you said you had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office.
So, you noticed?
Oh, that's right. He had the Richard Nixon voice.
I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. You're lovers. He's blackmailing you. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail. I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again.
He, like, undoes his tie, takes it off his chest, and it turns out he's just skin and bones. He's just wearing a suit that's like 3 times his size.
After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you might have guessed.
Name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves, and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Okay, we need to talk more. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Fay.
Faye!
Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
Why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. Just like much presidential goings for Richard Nixon.
I don't know. I don't think I like it. Ah, we'll do it.
It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told Wright?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. As I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. But if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Alright. It's funny, looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have a look. I know where it is. No, don't move. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I take a look at? T to Z. Check for W. T-U. I know, W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? J through S. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest part here at the end. Parts here at the end in S. Suicide. Ew. Phoenix. Phoenix. It's not like you stepped on a bug or something. You know what? Moving on. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Let's check... top one. See if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. God damn it, Phoenix! A, B, F, Missy Faye. That's Mia and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Yeah. I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words: my mother vanished. I was determined to find the one who made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Yeah. Is that why she went to his office to learn law? Alright, you cuck. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Hey, what do you think of this? This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me, how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail? Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Secretary's office, hello? Mr. Wrong will be leaving now. Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. Wright. You're right. You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me. Just what are you insinuating, Mr. Wrong? I do like that. That is a fun little trick. Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it! Beep. Secretary's office. We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office. Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. and thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner! The hatchet man! The liquidator! The killer, man! What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia. How dare you! I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers' association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. He's back!
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah! Butts! Harry Butts!
Wright, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Sorry.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Here we go. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. The prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Wright! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya! Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we switched places, even though the exact same security guard is over there. He changed shifts. What? You mean you... I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me. Is there anything I can do? Well, defend me and help me break out of here. Nah, cheer me on, kid. Well, you can cheer for me in court. Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Huh? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me. Huh? I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way! No, really, I was kidding. But thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay, then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Yeah, sure you will, kid. Okay, we got just under an hour left in the stream. We should be able to finish this case. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finished in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. The true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. It's weird how this case is, like, so short for how big and important it's supposed to be. Let's see. Here. And here. I don't know why I saved two. Just in case something goes wrong with one of them. Well, I guess this is it. Excuse me. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah! Phoenix! Look! Oh. Hello, handsome. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. Does White have the judge? What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? How big are his pockets? He could fit an entire corpse in there. How many bodies has he hidden? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story? I would do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who is innocent. You know, except for, like, the entire justice system that we're supposed to be a part of. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! The defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? Did you just spit out an egg? Oh no, that's a weird mouth thing they do sometimes. Why did they do that? Weird. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. September 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
As details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see.
The prosecution may call its witness.
That went far too smoothly. Why did the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. I'll do it. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify to the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man. Besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Fuck, wrong voice again. Gumshoe's gone and shuffled all their brains. Great, he gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name. Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but Okay, wait, I've seen this line like 17 times in like so many different playthroughs. Call me crazy. Isn't that Spanish for white boy? I like to imagine he's just like... He thinks he's hot shit and super cool with like... various languages, that he just thinks it's actually a cool name. Little does he know, they're just calling him white boy. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim is Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder. I'm currently contemplating whether or not I should be on your side in this because you are such a pain in the ass. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your testimony. Oh, white shit. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? Look at my sparkles. I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer, for I will soon send you to him. Awaken my stand, Captain Sparkles. Oh, God. I'm definitely innocent. Let him have it, Phoenix. Right. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's pin this dork to the wall. Let's see. More info. Spiky-haired? That's all he has to say? Spiky hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. More info. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together. I think the witness is trying to say... Fuck! What was your voice? I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyway? Good question! And what did you do to them? Do then. Sorry. Freudian slip. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Sorry. As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. I gotta remember, he sounds like Bane. Ah, yes, I, the judge. Just like the weaker. Alright, you fucked up.
Objection!
Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh ho ho! It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Oh! I have also been punched in the dick, perhaps by Mr. Edgeworth. Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. He really did see the victim run left? So he did witness the killing? Wait a second! Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, Mr. White says left. I need to get this frickin' voice right.
Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both are right, Your Honor. I know what's going on here. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha! I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There's one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. And he... Mr. White is also, like, built like a brick house. Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fayetco, of course. And look at him. More specifically, he was standing here. Right on the letter K. For killer.
Take that!
This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please! This is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing!
Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion!
Objection!
Postulations of the defense are distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho!
You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. But now, he's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony, because you totally get to do that. You totally get to absolutely change what it was you said in the midst of a testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? I'm so fucking smart.
That does seem to make sense.
Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. That's all I've got, dude. Miss May's testimony was... right. Yeah, that's not what happened. Boom, baby! Yeah, this isn't as fun as I thought it would be. It feels kind of... Wait, what? Oh, wait, that was the testimony. Shit. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just correlated? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Here we go.
Objection!
Sorry, it was the wrong envelope. Mr. White, I present my badge. You got me. Take me away, boys. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Right in the dick. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I'd like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, right.
Objection!
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away!
Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White? Okay. The two accounts.
Well, see, I looked at the other window and I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap!
Thwap indeed.
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over. Okay, that is actually a fucking sick line. I love that. Oh, I just realized the fucking... The bar on the stream layout is covering up the little life gauge I have. I guess you can still see it. Give us more info. You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing?
Huh? Oh, that? The glass light stand.
Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, was it something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad.
The witness will revise his testimony.
Okay, of course.
Alright. Could this be the remnants of the light stand? Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand.
What?
The stand broke into pieces when it fell.
Oof!
Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have had... Fuck. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question.
Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over.
So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then?
Correct! That would be no problemo, right? Right?
Big problemo, fuckboy. There's a big problemo. I mean, a big problem here.
What problem is this?
Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct. That is so.
No. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable.
No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand.
Awaken my stand! The glass light stand!
What?
Why couldn't he? You have proof?
I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Because of... yeah. Look at this!
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Gah! Clonk. Clonk. Just bonked his head on the desk. Mr. White? Big baby. Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, I, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
Oh, shit! That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Oh, I forgot about Edgeworth! Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said... You should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. Wiretap? Motherfucker. Order! Order! Order up! One fresh smooch on the top of the head. Oh, that feels better. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary this April-May to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do? What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by whom? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? You little shit. Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I am confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us your version of the story, where you get out of this completely scot-free. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He is determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Here we go. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound. Correct. That is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. There we go. We're close to the end. I think if I just, like...
Hold it!
I have to press him on every point. Do you have proof?
Objection!
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Huh. Right.
Hold it!
Entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Was it really you that went to the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fane Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap.
Hold it!
Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. You cuck. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press it. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix! Mia! Thunk. Down he goes. Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Whoa! Back from the grave. Hey, look. Just noticed. She also has the badge. Look at that. Ah, you're finally awake. Gah! Out cold again. Hey! Phoenix! Gah! That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Mia? You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? Deus Ex Machina, baby! When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia. That's right. I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh. Yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spending item. Glass light stand! Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court's about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record. Okay. Let's go put this pink and purple punk in perjury. I just noticed that Maya's little portrait there changes. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. He's the defendant. Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes. Sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Back at it. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Gotcha, bitch! Boom! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood. You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? What could possibly be on the other side of this? Are you telling me that we had this piece of evidence the entire fucking time and no one bothered to look at the other side? I swear to God, Gumshoe, you are in for such a pay decrease. Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase. Right, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. He's an asshole. But I think you'll agree, you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now what, you dick? Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. You cock. Oh, God. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. After Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. I waited all my life and death to see you get what you deserve. You ain't going nowhere. Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. I would like to read the inscription on my badge. Damn it, I can't save. I don't know what'll happen if I present this. It might just completely screw me out of the trial. So, here you go. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. How does it feel to get blackmailed, bitch? Even though we're doing this in a court. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the gritty... the thinker. Shit. Case closed, Your Honor. Yeah, that really was just a bit of an ass pull at the end. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. It was quite a spirited defense. I think I've given up on giving this guy a good voice. I'll come up with something better tomorrow, I promise. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that, if only you knew how spirited it was. I'm going to pound him with the gavel. Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fag. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me, and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief. Mia! Deus Ex Mia, Kia! God. Like, she really just pops in and out whenever she's needed. September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. My throat is killing me. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face! Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business! You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners! You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. Law Offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Oh! Where'd my teeth go? Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. That is kind of sweet. Right. Okay, Nick. Let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on. Time's a-wasting. Okay. Wait up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for today's stream. We made it pretty far. I honestly didn't think we'd be able to finish the second case today, but we just barely made it. And my voice is already running out. Let's see. What's going on up there? Oh, he's wearing gloves. God, I hate Sal. So bad. Alright, chat. We'll be visiting that episode tomorrow. In the meantime, let's find you guys someone to raid. Should we go looking for someone else doing Ace Attorney? There's not many people playing these games lately, but we'll try. Yeah, I definitely got to get this done fast. Excuse me. Someone named Dr. Freezeburn. Chill, first playthrough. Alright. Oh, wait a minute.
Now.
Gotta mute it. Oh, wow, they really are on the final case. Okay. Right, that was Dr. Freezeburn. Got it. Nope. God damn it. Here we go. Alright, chat. Get ready to raid. Here's hoping that I'm ready to do this tomorrow. You all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye!